Even if you are in the center of God's will and you're doing exactly what He wants you to do and also doing what's right and standing up for what's right, it doesn't mean that you won't have hardship. There are high prices that we sometimes pay for taking a stand for doing the right thing. If you haven't listened to the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. episodes today, do take a look at those for this week. There are two of them, and listen, and you will find in his life, even though he accomplished much, it was at a tremendous cost. There were times when at his home he received more than 40 calls a day threatening him and threatening his family and telling him to get out of town within 3 days. They threatened to kill his wife, kill his children. They threatened to blow his brains out. And yet he still had to go on. And he talked to God about this. He told God it was hard to take this stand. And God reminded him that he was with him, that he was doing the right thing. And he told Dr. Martin Luther King to stand anyway. So you're going to be in situations where you have to stand and the consequences might be dire. However, you're still doing the right thing. You're still in the center of God's will. In Dr. Martin Luther King's case, it cost his life, and we know that he was assassinated on April the 4th in 1968. And I still remember that day very profoundly as a very sad day in the world. So as we close today, I'm looking at 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, and verse 12. And Paul is writing this, and he says, "Yes, and all who desire to live godly in Christ Jesus will suffer persecution. Just know you'll stand in God's strength, not your own."